All right, let's start up the live stream here, guys. We got the viewers coming in. Let me go ahead and pull Hearts of Iron 4 up. Forgot to load up my Discord. Can you guys hear me okay? All right, so the first thing that we're going to do here is test out the Anschluss Early versus Anschluss Late. So I've got a notepad next to me and I'm going to write down each scenario, but our first scenario is going to be Rhineland first, Anschluss second. The next scenario is going to be waiting to Anschluss sometime in late 1938, early 39. After we've Anschlussed, we're going to go ahead and count up our guns, artillery, and support equipment, since I don't think that Austria builds anything but that, but we'll see. So, and then it's like, what should we build? How can I make this even? Let's just build guns. Let's go down to one factory line here. We'll just keep MIFO going, because the early Anschluss does help with the MIFO a little bit. And as you can see, I've turned all my divisions into Mott. And all we need to do to train cavalry is have guns. So that should work out. We'll prioritize getting these cavalry units out. Is my mic working now? Hello, hello? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, cool. Sorry, I wasn't talking there for a while. Okay. So we need to do the Anschluss exploit, and we're just going to churn out as many cavalry divisions as possible. Shift left click on unassigned divisions, and we can put them all into an army. It doesn't really matter where they are. We're just going to keep everything as it is. So, and let's just focus on the Anschluss exploit. Anschluss exploit, sorry. I need to fix that. Is my mic okay now? Can you hear me well enough? Hellfire, does plus mean you need the mic higher? Higher volume? Okay, this is going to work out a bit differently. The stream I did yesterday, we talked about this, but if you get too many guns in these divisions, it'll actually slow Anschluss down to a certain extent. So this is not a perfect reproduction of it, because you'd have other production lines other than this. But let's try this anyways. You can see we're adding way too many guns. Okay, thanks, Spike. Usually I can get away with, like, I think I'm somewhere in the 112 area to add the guns, something like that. And we'll just do this the quick way. We won't even do it the very precise way. Hellfire says minus. You want the volume down a little bit? And there is a bonus. If you missed the live stream yesterday, there is a bonus to stopping at 1 a.m. Additional guns don't come into these kind of, I guess you could call them dummy units. And all these units are going to just turn into our biggest division. And what I forgot to do last night was, as soon as we Rhineland, we'll get 5 Army XP, and we can actually make that division a little bigger. And that'll help us Anschluss even earlier. Obviously, if we Anschluss early, but then attack early, that's going to be better in every case. Waiting to Anschluss doesn't matter. So we're talking about the scenario when we're starting historically in 1939, all that other good stuff. So that's pretty much the question that came up yesterday. Is it better to Anschluss later? Okay, so we get Rhineland. We're going to go free trade. And then let's insert the extra mott. Give us the biggest template of 13,100. And how many men do we have in the field? Wow, we're almost there. Okay, we're there. And we're on time. All right, so after we get done with this focus tree, we'll just stop. So pretty much we can ditch all these guys. That shouldn't matter anymore. And then we just go until we get Anschluss, and we'll let it play till like 39 or something like that. I started up the live stream half an hour early just for you guys, just to do this. I'm going to go ahead and grab my phone real quick. I'll be right back. It's going to take a while to get to 1939. Just a sec. Okay, I'm back. We're going to stop doing everything. So the only thing that we're doing is constructing military factories. The military factories will fill up the car carabiner in 98K. I probably shouldn't have started with any technology, but whatever. So now we're in like a completely sterile, squeaky clean environment, hopefully, where we can test this out. There are going to be other extenuating factors to see if you get more civs, more mills, or whatever. I'll just try to click through everything. We still have 10 minutes till the live stream officially starts up, so come on in and relax and let's hang out. Hey, Credfield. We're testing out the Anschluss, the different Anschluss times. So I'm going to try one. We just did it in early 1936, and then we're going to do another one in late 1938, and we're going to see what the difference is. And so I've created this kind of sterile environment. We're going to stop researching, stop doing focus trees, and only produce car carabiners. So at this point, I guess I should delete my army. Perfect. So, I mean, you get this pretty early, and so you're reaping the benefits for like 3 years. And as you can see, you have 9 civilian factories that you get right off the bat. There's very little or no resistance. You also get 3 military factories. Like, I don't see how it's not better to just Anschluss as quickly as possible, because you get all those civilian factories. See if we can glean any information off of the occupied territory screen. It's looking like they're not a resisting country. So we get everything from them. It doesn't look like it's really a big deal. So after we're done testing this Anschluss exploit, we'll go ahead into the mechanized infantry build. Mechanized Germany build, rather. What I wanted to take a look at while we're letting the timer go up here. We can't do it. Do any of you guys know how to research mechanized in the cheat? So if I bring up... God, I've done this before. If I bring up the log, I should be able to put in a cheat and get mechanized. It's a good question. Bloodlust honor. Does that say 3 out of 4 states are core? What is not a core in Anschluss? The country has 4 core states in total, and you are controlling 3 of those states. As far as I know, there's only 3 states in Austria. That's a really good question. Maybe a glitch? Where would another core? They don't have anything else, right? 3 out of 4 core states. Are there any foreign claims around here that they might have had? No. Slovenia. Oh, yeah. It's because of this. The foreign claim. So Italy in World War I believe, got this state. And so Austria has a claim on it. That's why we have 3 out of 4 of the states. Okay, Spike says research on icon. Click. How do I get up the God, what do you call that thing? How do you put in the cheats? What screen do I put up? There should be a log or something. I always just Google this. I'm sorry, guys. God, this is taking a lot longer than I thought, so we might have to change this premise here. Why don't we wait till 1938? Yeah, I've been hitting that. Nothing came up. So I've been hitting the hash button to bring up the log to be able to put in the cheat code to get the research mechanized. Yeah, I know. I've been hitting that. Did I move that button? Huh. Yeah, it's not working. Oh, Dresden. Thanks, man. So Dresden said in iron mode, it's not allowed. No, I don't think you hold shift. It's definitely because of iron mode. So what we could do here is just pick a date in 1937, and we'll rinse and repeat and see what our answer is. It's not like the full Anschluss, but I think it'll do. So let's wait till like September. We'll stop everything and see how much equipment I have, how many factories and everything. We'll tally everything up and then go over it all again. The second Anschluss we'll try to get in July 1937 or something like that, and then retally in September 1937 and see where we're at. I remember what all the things that I did for the setup, so this shouldn't be too bad. Thanks for the help in chat. I really appreciate that. Okay, September 1st. Let me write that down. So this is an early Anschluss. Anschluss, sorry. So we have 41 civilian factories, if I'm reading that correctly. So I'm going to write that down. Well, for construction, there's only 25. So basically, that's modified by our economic law, which isn't going to change. So we'll just say I have 25 because this number actually matters, right? And the economic law for the next test is not going to change. So we'll take that. Let's see how many military factories we have. 59. That's awesome. And then we'll count up our stockpile here. 94.8 thousand guns. Artillery being at 348. And support equipment is at 1K. Even. Okay. We'll rinse and repeat here. So we'll keep everything exactly the same. And then we can literally just train whatever, it doesn't matter. We just need to qualify. Okay, what else we got here? So okay, that's all I did. And then we're going to take out the rest of the production lines here. Shift left click, get all the army into one army. I don't know why I'm doing that. It's easier to delete it. I don't want to see anything about decisions. Don't bother me about the decisions. MIFO stays. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. I believe we can go war economy. So Connor says if you do it right, you can war economy in May. What's your build for that, Connor? Because you can't, depending on the Spanish Civil War, you don't always get the amount of world tension, right? Or are you attacking early? Okay, I think that's everything. So we just need to make sure that the divisions come out. We got plenty of time. Okay, Connor goes Rhineland first. Obviously, you have to do that. Fascist demagogue. What is the fascist demagogue given? What is the fascist demagogue given us? Let's see here. Well, there's no fascist demagogue here. Oh no, Joseph Goebbels, okay. Oh, so you get more war support, all right. Credfield says you can focus on economics early. On Rhineland, when you want to Anschluss, that way you block most of the Commonwealth economic tree. Okay, so you get the war support, and the war support allows you to go war economy, huh? Let's make sure these divisions are coming out. So let's take a look at this. You need more than 50% war support. Oh, okay, so this is no longer tied to world tension. It's just war support. Okay. I forgot they made that change. So Spike does 4-year plan, autarky, Reichsautobahn, Germany, military strength. It gives you war economy. Okay. So if we go down that line, so German war economy gives us war economy. Okay, I forgot about that. I was talking about this a little yesterday, but if you go for a line Romania and Hungary, number one, when do you guys do it? Number two, does it work for you? Because I'm able to align Hungary and I get all those juicy factories from Integrate War Economy, but no matter what I do, I typically can't align Romania. Do you guys have any problem, like any way of solving that problem? I really haven't come up with anything. So I typically align Hungary first. Makes Hungary fascist. Because look at this. So if Kingdom of Hungary is in a faction with Germany, add 4 military factories each to Germany and Hungary, and Kingdom of Hungary becomes a puppet of the German Reich. So you get a puppet, and pretty much your puppet gets 4 military factories, you get 4. And if you get both of them, so you have a net total of 16 factories to your faction as opposed to 6. So You do save a little political power because with German war economy, a lot of political power, 150. Um, but since I'm not able to align Romania. I'm going to go German war economy today when we get to the mechanized Germany build. So one of the commenters said that I had audio issues today, which is an honest criticism. I know I have audio issues because I'm using a Turtle Beach headset, and so the mic is like really close to my face. There's no pop filter. There's just a little fuzzy ball on the end of it. So other than upgrading the fuzzy ball, I think that would be the cheapest option. Do you guys have any ideas? Because I have a blue snowball mic that is like I have a pop filter on it, and the audio to me is worse. To my ear is worse than the Turtle Beach Elite Pro headset. Okay, Credfield says Rhineland enables most of the Allies' economic focus tree because the world tension. If you wait, the Allies have to wait a year in civilian economy. Gotcha. So Credfield is a 1939 player, obviously. He's trying to slow down that Allied war machine. These guys will give us 30K. Easy. And then let's try to get to September 1st as close as possible. So that would be July, August, September. So we're going to start in June, July, August. So we'll start like May 20th. We'll start the Anschluss in May 20th and see where we're at. As soon as I get the Anschluss, I'm going to delete all of our armed forces and then count up the guns that we have. Okay, so that should have given us the qualification right there. And it did. Oh, and we have 10 days off too. I got to think about that. So I should probably go May 10th. So after this, we'll go back into the playthrough I was doing yesterday, and we'll go ahead and take a look at some mechanized templates and then start playing a little bit. How are you guys liking the live streams? Good, bad. Credfield came back for more. I know I did 3 Magic the Gathering live streams. Credfield says I'm a late 38 enthusiast and a grand battle plan enthusiast also. Do you play Germany and go grand battle plan out of curiosity? I just have never even considered it, to be honest with you. So we're almost reaching that May 10th date to Anschluss. So here's the other thing. Does war kick off? Does World War kick off if Germany does nothing? That's what I want to know. So if we just stayed in like the current state, like I guess Japan would start invading China and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know. Obviously the Spanish Civil War would still take place. Okay, almost there. The Anschluss Early is you get quite a few mills and civs. 59 mills and 25 civs. It's pretty good. Okay, we'll go ahead and Anschluss. And we'll see where we end up here. Maybe I'll post these numbers in the description box of the video I post tomorrow. The video that I post tomorrow might come out sometime Pacific time, like maybe at 10. It's going to be a little later tomorrow. And one of my commenters today asked if I do this as my full-time job, and no, I don't. I have a full-time job. I just do this because I like it, and it started off as a hobby, and I did it at first very tentatively, not knowing kind of, I don't know, how to talk and play video games, I guess you could say, and how to explain things in like Hearts of Iron 4 so well, or to produce the videos or make thumbnails, descriptions, how to SEO or any of that stuff. So I'm completely self-taught other than other YouTube videos. Okay, we get Anschluss. So I figured that guy was interested, so I just wanted to tell you guys that. So we should have no military anymore, and we're going to go ahead and zoom to September 1st, and we'll see what our results are. There are a few different world events happening, but I don't think that that really matters. Hey, big guy. Stig, you had some great comments yesterday, dude. What's happening? So Stig, we're just going through the Anschluss exploit that we were talking about yesterday. I did a as fast as I could exploit, and then now I'm doing one that started in May 10th of 1937. And we'll compare the two results here in September 1st, 1937, and see what we get. Okay, almost there. Okay, September 1st, so let's see what we have. We have effectively 26 civilian factories. So I'm taking just the factories in here, not the total. We have 54 military factories. So that's because we didn't get the civilian factories early from Austria. Now let's take a look at our guns. So we have 97K. Oh, is that correct? Should be. So we have 97k guns. How is that possible? Is that because Austria is able to build so many more? Like how? So in the previous build, we had 94.8k guns, Anschluss Early. In this build, we get 97k guns. That is weird. How could that have happened? I guess you're just getting more guns from Austria. And then we have 348 artillery. That's exactly the same. I'm not sure if Austria builds artillery at all. And then support equipment is 1.3k. So you get 300 more support equipment. So that's interesting. If you want a lot more mills, Anschluss first. So that's military factories. And you get one more Civ, civilian factory so early. That translates into being able to build more military factories. And there's still a lot on the clock here. Typically in 1937, I'm in the middle of Barbarossa and I need the military factories. And the military factories are going to be worth more because we're in a perfect situation here where basic production efficiency for this one production line is almost maxed out. But we're going to have many production lines, and I think there would be benefits to having more militaries in my speed runs where I take Barbarossa out early. All right, so let's switch it up and let's get into the mechanized Germany. Let's take a look at that. Not a huge difference there. That was quite interesting. The main thing with Anschluss exploit is that I don't want it to affect my army's fighting capability, so I don't want them to lose XP. Thanks, Stig. I had a rough day too, man. It was pretty sunny and nice here outside, so that was cheering me up a little bit. But I was like, I don't really feel like streaming today. And then I was like, wait, I like doing this. So I'm like, okay, I'll stream. Like, this doesn't stress me out or anything. So, all right. We can invite a faction. Hungary. Okay, so we could align, we can skip align Hungary. And this always seems to happen to me. And we can go down that part of the focus tree I was telling you guys about and integrate Hungary into the war economy. And I think we've already gone war economy, so I guess I'll go back on what I said and we'll try to align Romania since there'll be less synergy with this side. All right. So what I wanted to take a look at first and foremost is the different types of templates here. So let's go ahead, and this is the template that we came up with yesterday, and I added in a motorized infantry because it actually, see, it gives you like 4 organization, it gives you a ton of HP, but I realized last night when I went to bed, you don't really need the HP. The point of the build, and this is Tom's build, was that you don't get pierced. So you're not taking a lot of damage. Therefore, you just run over people. So I don't think that I would use the motorized. And in this non-multiplayer world that we're playing in right now, the combat width doesn't matter as much. And if we have combat width of, let's see here, we're going to go with an armored spearhead of 3 tank divisions. We currently have a combat width of 14, but let's see here. If I took this out, we'd have a combat width of 12. So we could do that. We could do the math on either one of those. 12, 42 plus 18 with a motorized trailing. That's a combat width of 70 for having these 3 mechanized divisions with a motorized division. So that's 4 divisions total. That would be a combat width of 70. So that makes them effective. They could be a little more effective if I rounded out the combat width. If we have 3 tank divisions of 12 width and an 18, that's going to take us to a combat width of 54. So having that extra company in there would be better in all cases, I think. Better than motorized, though. We could go like motorized artillery or something like that. And look at the soft attack that we get. Tobias says, remember, you can only deliver me sound sleep by delivering German troops over the Soviet border. Okay, hey, we'll try to get there today. I'm just trying to explore the differences between these different types of divisions. In a normal situation, we're going to be moving through plains, obviously swamps, jungles, and forests I stay away from with my armored spearheads. Not too bad in the fortified section. And plus 15 movement in the desert. So I think that this is a good template. Do any of those things change if I use motorized artillery? I don't think so. The fort attack got a little better. See what the hills are. Okay, so no real movement penalties for having the towed artillery. Let's go back on this. So what if we tried something like this? We go motorized infantry and then put an artillery in there. That would keep us under 80. So we have 3 combat widths of 17. This could be viable. Organization goes down a little bit. Fuel usage goes up. Supply usage goes up. I said yesterday I don't want supply usage to get much greater than 1.5. So let's try this. Seems like a fairly powerful division. Our hardness is over 50% so that we can use the blitz and I forget what the other tactic is, but I think we can enable blitz tactics if our hardness is above 50%. So we're still that. So we'll keep this template. And let's keep moving forward here. Let's get Tobias into Russia here. What time do you guys want to attack? I was thinking about attacking in like 1939. So we're getting synthetic rubber. We're Germany, so we're powerful enough. We can attack whenever. Why don't we go for it? We'll go Eastern Claims, then Danziger War. What I am going to need is an army over here against France. So we're building that. And we've got a 5-division army over here against Yugoslavia. Mass motorization, all infantry and mod and mech organization plus 10. Okay, so we're still getting divisions out. This army looks a little big, but what else can you get, Guderian? Guerrilla fighter? We're going to give everyone guerrilla fighter. Student, I don't really like any of those. Entrenchment speed plus 50%. That's got to be good in all cases. And then it always trips me out that Rommel can get something else if he's a field marshal, but we're not utilizing him as a field marshal. Planes. Oh boy. Thank you for saying that, James. The runways here in Niederlichen were overcrowded for sure. And we focus our main attack in Western Poland, because that's where all the action is, obviously. We're just going to stick with the law of 200, and that way we're always even when we're moving everything around. And you guys tell me how you think I should play. So when we get up to a Barbarossa situation, do you want me microing, or do you want me to just let it roll? Like I could set up field marshal orders and just hands off. Up to you guys. This is probably to the point where it's affecting our production lines. That definitely is. We're going to need to start producing our own rubber. Okay. Oh, that's in the wrong country. Okay, so that those refineries will help us out tremendously to get our own rubber independence. Let's keep going here. All right, we got the new armored car, and we can go to the Puma. Should we go to the Puma? Oh, wow, we need a tungsten for the Puma. The production cost goes up by 2. You're talking about a breakthrough of 28. Soft attack goes up a little bit. Max speed of 15. Piercing of 36. Oh, yeah. We're not going to be able to get the 251. And you can even make an armor piercing one-off of the Puma. What is it called? Pack wagon. What do those have on them? The pack wagons. They have the pack 38 on them? So it gives you a recon of +1. The piercing is up to 62 with the pack wagon. Wow. And can we use those as main forces? That's the other thing. So can we use armored cars? Let's upgrade this product line. So if I wanted to, can I come in here? Whoops. Armored car. Okay. How much do we have in reserve? I only have the armored recon in as a support regiment. Stig says micro tanks and encircle Kiev. You know it. Hey, Golden Pumpkin. Good to see you. We have 1K of armored cars. Okay, so I didn't consider that. What if we switch this motorized infantry to armored cars? Okay, here it is. HP goes up, suppression goes up, but that doesn't really matter. Weight goes up. Supply use is up to 1.8. We're kind of pushing it there. Heart attack is better. Piercing goes down. Breakthrough goes way up, though. Combat width of 17. And we need a lot more armored cars, obviously. Let's do it. We're supposed to be mechanized, so let's mechanize. And then, I don't know, the towed artillery seems fine to me. So we'll go ahead and go with that. What am I doing well on here? We have plenty of support equipment. Why don't we train some normal infantry? I can stand here on the Maginot Line or something. Okay, and since we're about to kick off war and we have all the major things that we need to make our army work well, we're going to go ahead with Heinrich Himmler in preparation of the occupations that are about to ensue. It's going to hurt so bad when we lose our rubber. Definitely need to stop making so many things with rubber. Let's see. Okay, lack of resources negative. It's not really that big of a deal, but that's only going to get worse, so let's make sure we have enough of that. Mamel will fold. All right. Okay, we have plenty of research. Let's just upgrade our guns. We need another infantry commander here. Von Lieb will do. We just need him to stand there, nothing else. Just want to make sure those troops are out before Danziger War procs. And by no means this is not a fully optimized build, but basically it's like 90% optimized. This is like 90% of what I would do if I was starting war on time in 1939. Let's go for the help with the rubber, because that's going to be our biggest pain point, and that's going to hold back our airplane production. And I don't know about you guys, but I typically like to just, once I start a war, I stay with the same army. And I don't change it very much. I don't know if you guys do the same. I don't add a lot of divisions or anything like that. Okay, let's make sure these guys are down. That'll work. All right, here's where we figure out what we should have done. So everyone's going to turn on. Everyone should be on aggressive battle plan. I'm only going to have, because of the combat width, so when we attack into this province here with Guderian, I really only want the armored spearhead attacking. And I want a blitz. So we're going to take them out of his army. Actually, I probably shouldn't do that. I'll take them out of the order set. So they'll just sit here. I hope that didn't ruin the battle plan, but... So we'll see. Does the British AI still run out of fuel? I have no idea, dude. We'll see what happens here. I noticed that because I was able to do an Operation Sea Lion, and I was like, where's the British Navy? And I think it was because they ran out of fuel one time, so that might have been the issue. Okay. Wish me luck. Let's get this going. Manstein, why don't you do some siege artillerying? And we'll go around Maginot. So let's see what Guderian's tactic is here. So he's a trickster, so he gets encirclement, I'm pretty sure. Tactics combat with 50%, attacker tactic damage 25%, defender tactic damage 5%. And we have initiative. We don't have air superiority yet. Let's get him some Stukas over here. Oh, none of these guys are on. Let's get him on. Okay, we made our breakthrough. And the tanks are actually slower. Or I'm sorry, my Panzer divisions here are actually slower than the motorized, but that makes sense because we slowed them down with the Skoda 11 is whatever it was, the half-track. How am I streaming two different ones? I have no idea. I'm completely new to this, and I probably messed that up somehow on OBS. Do you see two different ones on YouTube? See if we get an overrun here. Overrun occurs when you attack, make them retreat, and then you attack a second time, but they don't have enough organization to defend. So we just got an overrun there, and now we can rush straight to Warsaw. Okay, where are my panzers? So the first issue that I'm going to call out here is the fact that we're a little slower with the mechanization. Why are you doing that? I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to look into that, Robert. Thanks for telling me that. Is anyone in the other chat? Or is it completely different chat, completely different everything? Let's go through there. So we got that rubber processing very quick, and we'll just continue on with the rubber. Okay, meeting some resistance in Warsaw. And at this point, Guderian's battle plan doesn't matter. So we can delete it. And that way our panzers won't fly everywhere and do weird things. These guys should really be going around. That was a big mistake on my part. Different chat, same vid. Are people over in the other video like chatting? Oh, I'm so sorry. People are texting over there, huh? I have no capability of seeing the other chat. I'm so sorry. Sorry, second chat. Try to get in the chat with Robert Stats here. Oh wow, they have 5 divisions trying to distribute over there. Need to cut that off quick. Okay, get into Krakow. Everyone change chat. Okay, this is going to be a pretty quick war. No one's over there. I don't even have the Navy out because we want to save fuel. Credfield, yeah, this is the good one. It only says one person on the other stream. Come to the stream where there are 12 people. Okay, so this guy's gonna hang out now. Let's have him get up to Brest-Litovsk, the fortress here. This is also called Brest in Panzer Corps, And I am told by Lieutenant Joker that basically what happened was Guderian had to take Brest twice. So he took it once in the Polish War, but then he also had to retake it when they did Barbarossa because they divided the country in two, and Brest was on the other side. Thought that was pretty interesting. We talked about that a bit. I did a video with him. Yeah, we made half tracks, Robert. This is our template, and we're even using armored cars. Breakthrough 226. And not putting a lot of energy into the tanks so much. I don't know if that is actually worthwhile. Tanks cost 9 to produce. Our armored car currently costs 6. I don't know what you guys think the best stat is, but the speed for both is both fairly well. Piercing of 8. Breakthrough of 16. And our light tank breakthrough is 36. But it does cost a lot less for the armored car, and it keeps up. The half-track, on the other hand, does not keep up so well. So you've got a speed... The first half-track speed is only 8. And you know, that's the one thing that I don't get, is the fact that why would a half-track be not as quick as a Panzer II? The Panzer II's got to be more tonnage. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. I think that they just wanted to nerf half-tracks. Like, I honestly think that's the only reason why. Why would a half-track be... I mean, maybe it is. You guys can help me out in chat, but... maybe half-tracks are incredibly slow. I don't know. It seems like it's both tracked movement. Oh, no. I better not lose a Panzer division here. I'm going to be so pissed. Okay, this guy's going to have to bail the Panzer division out. Let's make our breakthrough down here. Let's have him wait. Yeah, I know, right? Robert says the half-track can only go 8. I mean, maybe it's simulating... I don't know. That there's, like, leg infantry or something? I'm not quite sure. This is taking a little bit longer than I thought because I'm paying too much attention to chat. I'm sorry. Okay. This guy's down in Yugoslavia. Where are we? Okay, you guys just need to finish him off. Manstein's doing Manstein. And then we just need to finish this pocket off. I always felt that if you finish the pockets off, that somehow you would end up with less equipment when the war was over. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Support companies, only the recon ones hinder speed, correct? Hello, I can't read your name. You say you're from Ukraine, though. That's awesome. Gotta get this Panzer Panzer division unstuck there. Looks like we can do it. Nice. And then we need to keep everyone moving. Okay, this should end in just a second. Oh, we still have to get Grodno. Okay, 45,000 equipment. I like that you can get fuel. That's awesome. Okay, so Poland's in with the Allies. Let's quickly move everyone over. I like to keep Rommel in Belgium because that's where he was in the war. I don't know why I do that. I just do it. Let's get Student up here in the Netherlands. Manstein is going to be on the business end of the Maginot because he is a fortress buster. And Blaskovitz can have the unfortunate job of trying to cross the river there. Okay, so we'll quickly move across. Let's change the occupied territory. Okay, so Czech looks okay with martial law. Let's change Poland to a military governor, see how that works out. Production lines, tactical bombers are looking a little thin. Everything needs to move over. Let's give these guys fighter support. Okay, let's see how that treats us here. Okay, we can't reintegrate Luxembourg and Alsace. Saving Private Guderian from Poland. Robert says, are you focusing on infantry? So, Robert, I basically do an armored spearhead with 3 or 4 panzer divisions. That basically, when we get to Barbarossa, you'll see what I do. But I draw lines around the enemy with an armored spearhead and micro that. We could go, I don't want to do Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Let's go Reichsautobahn. Just to prepare for Barbarossa. I'm not quite sure what to do on that focus tree yet. Okay, so everyone's moving over. Except von Witzelben. Just put him here, point him towards Paris. We're all good. The bulk of our divisions are on Maginot. They're probably not going to make it through. That's fine. We just want to hold all these divisions here. And if I don't attack with enough divisions, these divisions will be able to come around, basically. Yeah, this is, I think they had something like 13 panzer divisions. There were none on the Maginot that I know of. They were all coming through Luxembourg and Belgium, and then they did have a few up north, but I believe it was somewhere in the strength of 8 to 13 panzer divisions. I don't have the exact numbers. If you wanted to do a historical build, quote unquote. Okay, what did I do here? What am I doing? Let's go with that. We'll defend some of our countryside. That'd be nice. Who's still over here? Okay, once we're lined up, we just dig in. Yep, Robert says tanks were the backbone of the German army. Yes, they were. And I feel that my playstyle right now is kind of how they used them. Okay, we're lined up. We're ready to go here. What in the heck? God, we still have more Stukas in stockpile. That is good to hear. Could put the remainder of the Stukas up here on Navy duty. Okay, I just love this part in the game when you turn on Guderian. Again, let's take the trailing troops out of formation. I want to attack with a perfect, not 80 combat width. It'll just be under. But I want to make sure that none of these cavalry brigades are attacking. And von Witzelben's going to follow up with his cavalry, but he's not on orders. He's just trailing. So we're going to go ahead, declare war. France is going to come in, so what? Oh, should have made some of those MP43s more. We'll get to it. I just want to get the iron from France and then... Can I do that yet? Yeah, you're right. I did not prioritize the MP38. Is that what we're talking about? MP43s? Robert, oh, are you just talking about it historically in the war? Germany should have made some more MP43s? I'm not sure in what strength that Germany actually made MP43, but it seemed like they had a lot, but I don't know. We're going to go with army regrouping. It's going to be important in Barbarossa. Keep up the attack and defense. Okay, so all these guys should be up in there. And then I forgot to put them on the other side of the Maas, which makes it a lot easier. I believe this is the Maas right here. And then these guys should be moving up. Oh, I see what it did. Okay. Let me get you sorted out. Oh no, he's still right there. Okay, we will attack with Rommel and Student. Let's get Italy in there. It makes it easier. Okay, this is the Moss River. I got all backed up. I got all confused there, sorry. Yeah, I've never done any research on the MP43. It seems like it was just a excellent weapon, to be honest with you. Come on, I need the rest of my panzers here. This was a huge mistake, putting these guys on this side of the river. And I need to attack into here. Oh, I need to have these guys attack. Duh. Okay. Live streaming is harder than I thought. Let's have them move over. Dio, you want? Were you the one who asked for Bulgaria? We'll get to Bulgaria, man. I have it written down right here. I think I have to do Bulgaria for someone, and then there was something else I had promised someone else. But we're getting around to everything. We want that massive breakthrough at Sedan. That's what we're looking for. And it looks like we've stopped the French cold here. The Maginot attack is a feint. It's a bluff. The real attack. At Sedan. No, they got around. Son of a gun. All right. Sorry, David. Apparently I am putting out 2 streams. I have no idea why. I'm very new to this, so I apologize. Okay, I need to call them to arms because we're having problems here. Let's get Von Witzelben pointed in the right direction. Harris. Okay, Von Witzelben is moving around here. I think we found an opening for our panzers here. Through the Ardennes. A very circuitous route, but we'll do it. It's fine. They are a little slower because of the half tracks, but through the forest, I don't know if the forest movement is improved. Forest, we don't do too well, but that's okay. All right, developing those MP43s, just like you wanted. I did not rush the infantry guns just because we were rushing the armored cars and the half tracks. So it's just because of the build, Robert. The half tracks are a little slow in this situation, and unfortunately we're seeing that speed is really hindering us here. Okay. Where to go next? We need to get a bridgehead across the moss. I could also just cut behind him now. That shouldn't be too bad. And we have more Air Force airports here. Let's get this guy right up front and center, and then the guys that are like way over here can move up to the fight. I'd rather move into France where we have air superiority. So if they want to move around this way, we can just move straight through here, right down, and take out the Maginot. The Italians doing pretty well in the south. Mass motorization is going to help us a lot. All infantry and Mountain Mech. 10% to organization. That's going to help us out a lot in Barbarossa. Oh, we got overruns there. Perfect. Nice if von Witzelben would... He does not need to be involved in that. Whatever. I can't seem to click the right thing here. So von Witzelben, we're just going to set up his line manually. Right there. And then who else fell out of orders? That was crazy. There was definitely 2 red divisions right there, but oh well. Let's go ahead and raise Vidarian's orders. He's not using those anymore. So the original plan was to cross the Moss and cut around here and then divide into 2. One arm was to go towards the Channel Coast and one was to go south. The point of that was that there was talk of a major French counterattack down here, which they were massing for, but the French communication broke down to an extent to where it basically... they couldn't communicate anymore. Let's get these guys moving. Where are they going to? Let's go all the way around. Let's get the full surround. Eat Maginot and then keep going. Oh, They got a lot of problems now. To Dijon. Okay, let's keep getting these guys moved around. Move down here even. It will not allow them to attack there. There we go. Okay, their supply is almost cut off. So, Bob, do you never see people rushing MP43s? One of these guys here, just in case. Made it so far. Let's see if this holds up. Oh, wow. There we go. Now we'll start. Got around, now can we hold it? We basically need to spread these lines out. Let's put Rommel around there. Okay, so it was Rommel's troops that are a similar color. And I've been neglecting the microing here. I apologize. Okay, so now he's back on orders. I usually don't do this. I usually go straight to Paris because it's pretty easy to capitulate everyone. You can capitulate Paris fairly easily. Okay, who's coming around here? We have 13 days of oil left, so let's figure that out. Get it from the Soviets and then attack them and take it back. Military factories are open. Can anyone give us rubber? Not really. Okay, so our airplane industry is basically at a standstill anyway. Focus on the armor and the guns. So Robert, you can rush down the guns and you can go a purely infantry build, and it did work back in Waking the Tiger. I did a completely infantry build and it worked really well. You do want a little bit of everything, though. You want, obviously, an Air Force, especially now with all the updates. Air Force is more now than ever important. And you do want to keep your armor divisions up because they're so important. And you can just see these guys in this pocket are getting crushed right now. We have a lot of divisions with nothing to do. Let's set them up here, and they'll go to Brest. Yet there's still more. Just looks like a rat's nest here. I'll try to get it sorted out. I'm a little rusty playing Hearts of Iron 4, so I apologize. I don't think I actually recorded the infantry Germany ever. Yeah, just doing what I'm doing right now, basically, with my tanks. And then, yeah, elite infantry. There's really not... I would run infantry Germany exactly as I do now. You do need AT units. I would rush, though, Anschluss, and then I would attack Barbarossa and everything. Just like I normally do. And I think it still would work out very well. Okay, so as soon as we eat Maginot here, we'll be doing a lot better. Okay, Belgium capitulated, which means someone's off of orders. Who's this? Can Munstein do that? He's still on that. The Italians helped out a lot. I'm glad I brought them into the war. That would have been a disaster. Okay. The Panzers should be freed up, so let's drive them straight to Paris. We're going to establish Vichy, France. Robert, I do think that that idea would work. That's pretty much what I'm talking about. Infantry Germany is like, you have a little bit of artillery, you have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but it's an infantry first build, and you'll find that if you just built guns and nothing else, you can still play Hearts of Iron 4. I'm pretty sure. Okay, Vichy, France is taken, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to take the fleet in Toulon because we don't have it, unless we take out the Allies. So the question here is, I know we wanted Barbarossa, and we can do Barbarossa, but should I attempt Sea Lion? All the planes basically get moved to the coast. and I'll sort that out. We can get German war economy, but we're going to go down here. I'll try one Barbarossa. If it doesn't work, I'm sorry, I'll try one Sea Lion. If it doesn't work, we'll go to Barbarossa. Oh, Robert, it's okay. Oh, yeah. Meet me halfway. Hello, you're running into a problem. I struggle with fuel. Yeah, definitely am. We're going to need to get a little bit of a fuel supply going here, for sure. Just want to make sure there's no upgrades on my generals. See, this is why Witzelbin is so good. He gets infantry expert, like every time I played him. Let's put Witzelbin on an order to go ahead and do Sea Lion. The way I've been doing Sea Lion recently has been take off from Dunkirk, go into there, and then we need to split this order off. We'll take 3 guys. Huh, it won't let me do it. Take 3 divisions, put them on that. No? Okay, can we take them off and then put them on? Perfect. So this is basically how I'm doing Sea Lion nowadays. Attack 3 different areas, and then try to get the port from either side. And then have the rest of your army like just ready to go. Okay, just lost Rudolf Hess, but we hadn't been using him, so no big deal there. Got free military factories. Rubber's still an issue, so we can't build anything that needs rubber. But like I said, like look at this right here. We've got France. We've got all the guns in the world. Okay, let's see here. Credfield wants to see the casualties for the war so far. Wow, we took 500,000. Oh, I'm out of manpower. That's terrible. So we're basically chopped it up half and half because we had to attack Maginot so hard. It is July 39. Not worried there. Let's get this guy back on the line over here. Okay, where do I need to set up? Let me think about this. Yeah, 500K, yeah. That was very surprising to me too. I'm going to kind of chop up Kurt Student's forces here. Let's get von Witzelben in Ghent there, ready to go across. And Ritter von Lieb in Rotterdam, ready to go across. Let me think, is that too many armies? We probably only need 3 armies, or we're going to run into some problems. So let's take the rest of these guys and spread them out. Ooh, Rommel over there would be nice. With 14 divisions. Let's just have him wait right here. Darien can go into Rotterdam. There's really no other place. Oh, we can get rubber from Vichy, France. That helps a little bit. Don't need so much aluminum anymore. I'm still waiting on someone to help me with Align Romania, so at this point, that's what I want to go for next. But should I be doing improve relations? I'm just going to do it, because it looks like that's the only thing that we can really do. But like I said, Align Romania never really works out for me. Let's get these guys sorted. Okay, and let's make lines over here. Manstein for Barbarossa actually started in the north until they needed him in the south. Let's see if they attack us. They'll probably attack us. So I'm going to put him on his normal course, and he'll go up north. And these lines that we're taking here is actually the obvious line to stay on the inside of this river, but go around the side of the swamp. And that's what we're going to do in Hearts of Iron 4 as well. You want to go on the other side of this marshland as well. I think it's what? Smolensk, Rizev, Moscow. You're staying on the line of the rivers. Okay, I'm being told to just Sasia, improve relations. Align Romania is done through focus, but I always have a problem getting it to fire off. I'm not sure why that is, but that's what happens to me. Let's get these guys a little closer up. Looks like we're scoring some hits there. Okay, we got the MP38. Oh, I completely forgot about the resistance. God, that's some pretty bad resistance too. And that's going to sap our manpower even more. Okay, we're ready to cross the English Channel here. Wish me luck. So I'm even going to, we've ignored Navy up until this point. We need all the Russian oil that we can get right now. We need more oil than that. Iraq and Iran are typically good for that because they do have land routes. That's about all the oil that we're going to get. So if we need any more oil than that, we're in big trouble. All the planes, everything needs to basically be working in Congress here. We're even going to put the subs right there in the channel. And no, they have absolutely no chance of surviving. I understand that. All right. And we're going to give this one shot. And if not, we'll just go to Barbarossa. Who's here? Oh, Witzlebin's, the rest of Witzlebin's forces. Okay. Go over there. Don't want to see you, you. Kill count before we do Sea Lion is... We've lost 411. I have a feeling that they're waiting for us. I just have a feeling. Okay, they're letting us fire it off. This is where we have to micro a bit. Wait, that's not a good one. Let's get some modern stuff over there. Okay, let's see if we can't break this open. As soon as we have a port, Guderian goes over. David says, an excellent day to die for Der Vaderland. Big Guy says, check the Purge National Spirit. I'm not sure how to do that. Purge National Spirit. Was that to help out Romania? Okay, looks like we're in here. If we get right here, we're good to go. Excellent. Okay, Guderian's going across. Maybe not. Let's wait till we get to ports. Let's get a smaller army with my main man Rommel. Okay, this needs to be one line. Okay, you want to do that? That's fine too. Oh, the Soviet Great Purge National Spirit. Does that do anything to align Romania? Um, it looks like they're down here. I can't tell what they've done because I haven't done intel agency. I'm not sure if they purged the country yet. They should have. We probably got an event that I didn't pay attention to. Okay. Okay, that didn't help at all. Do we have anyone in our stockpile that can come out? Yes. Oh, we don't have enough manpower to pull them out. Okay. See if we can't take that airport. That's going to help tremendously, and we can help supply a little bit with air transports. Oh, there's an icon under Stalin's picture. Okay. Okay, big guy says better to invade Soviets with their purge modifier is what I'm hinting at if CE Lion is tits up. Okay. Yeah. I think the purge has already happened. Oh, with their purge modifier, so they still could be suffering the effects of the Great Purge as well. You're absolutely right. I need some more manpower. God, those guys look like they're pretty good units. These guys look pretty vanilla. Let's go ahead and take them out. Anyone else that is green? Okay, so that gave me a lot of manpower, but I have a feeling it's going to go to nothing here in a second. Yeah. Sakia. Is it Sakia or Satia? Robert wants a vid using all the exploits for Germany. I don't know all the exploits for Germany, but I feel like I exploit the game pretty well. I think this Rommel thing is not working here in the middle. Just have his guys stop. We need another port real bad. Let's get Rommel on a battle plan, and let's get Witzlebin's forces on another naval invasion. I don't know if this invasion's going to be in time or not. Oh, come on. What's going on here? There we go. It's probably going to take a while to set up there. If we can take this Air Force, this airport, we might have a chance. They're getting really dug in here. Retreat half the infantry and bring up some panzers. It could work. If I typically get trapped like this in a Barbarossa or a Sea Lion situation, I'm done, to be honest with you guys. Let's get that Air Force out of reserve. Okay, we got enough fuel. Oh, just lost the initiative right there. Probably because we lost air. Well, we have air superiority. Okay. I just don't really want these guys to suffer from a lot of attrition. So that's my main worry. Didn't I just get those in there? Oh, whoops. Oh, so it automatically brings them to the top now. That's cool. Okay, let's see if the resistance suppression here is probably pretty bad. Okay, so France needs like harsh quotas or something like that. Belgium too. Poland. UK definitely needs harsh quotas. If we can't steamroll, this build is over. Pretty much. We need to steamroll first. Like building forts is not that great, I don't think. Hey, here's the infantry equipment you guys requested. Oh, wow. We've got a lot of factories. That's crazy. Okay, these guys are going to have help in just a bit. I don't know if that indicated that Britain was out of fuel. It seemed real easy to get across here. Did we take any naval losses? I don't even know if we took a naval losses. That looks okay, that looks okay, that looks okay. Okay. So let's align Romania. And as someone suggested in chat, oh, I still don't have Hungary in there, huh? Let's see if they'll join us. They will not. Harsh quotas is going to consume my manpower. I guess you're absolutely right. Yeah. That totally sucks. Hopefully we can get some of that manpower back. War support is 82%, which should feed that a little quicker. And we're almost to the point where we can get across the channel again. But we're going to need naval supremacy. Repairing. How do I cancel the repair? Why am I blanking on this? This is crazy. Did they change this up? I want them to not repair. Cancel repair? I guess I just do that. Oh. These guys are good to go. The Deutschland is heavy fires. Let's keep him in and see if we can't get across. There we go. We'll prioritize this for just a minute while we get our naval forces across. My suppression template is just the normal template. Someone just asked to see the suppression template. It's just the Schnell division, which is just 4 cavalry. That's all it is. Nothing special. Okay, we've got guys going across here now. Actually, if we could push into that airport and get this, get Dover surrounded, that would be amazing. I see that these attacks just stalled out. They seem to still be going on. But they're stalled out right now. Hopefully we can get around here. It looks like these guys are not going to make it. And they are like super entrenched there. Hopefully we can just get straight into Dover. That would be awesome. Yep, they're gone. That's done. It was enough of a distraction to disrupt their line, though. And, wow, we can get everyone across. Okay. So we don't want to get the seaplanes. Or the air transports are done, apparently. This is going to help tremendously. Yugo's at war with us. It's going to be okay. They not going to give them any war support, or sorry, air support. This actually doesn't look too bad. So we don't have to demand Slovenia. The captured airfield will make all the difference, says Big Guy, and that is absolutely correct. Let's see if we can get these guys with us. Just do a little call to arms here. They can't do that yet. Let's see if we can get military access. Okay, never mind. They're not going to join us. They're not going to join the same wars, rather. Sasia says, what about an MP with your subscribers someday? I tried that, and I would love to do it. It's hard to do since the subscribers are in so many different time zones. But yes, I would love to do it. Not sure if this is going to mess anything up. Probably will. Okay, so we have 200,000 manpower so far. That's good. That just popped up all of a sudden. Let's see if we can get these guys back on orders to take Dover. Just keep them busy. Looks like we got a radar station as well. Connor says, count me in. I don't know, Bob. Bob says, I mean, that would be cool. But most of you guys know more about the game than he does, so that would suck to be him. I don't know, maybe. I don't have to play a major. I could just play a minor. I have played MP, and it's not a different game at all. The game mechanics are the same. Okay, so we're stalled out there. But I have tried doing MP a couple times, and yeah, it just seemed like Hearts of Iron 4, but it is very. The reason I can't do MP is that it's extremely time consuming, and basically, I only have these few hours that I'm spending with you, like live streaming, that are fairly constrictive because it's 8:30 Pacific time to like 10:30 or 11, something like that. Xenon Corbett, what's the best way to get enough troops for garrison? Just doing single unit cav or just leave cav as the normal? Um, I think that it doesn't matter too much. The division template that is doing garrison troops, because as you can see here, it kind of auto balances it out. The difference is in your suppression values. So let's take my suppression unit here. If we added light armored recon, you can see the suppression doesn't go up at all. So that's interesting. Oh, for recon, you have to actually put it in the body of the template. That's right. So your suppression goes up 2.5 if you add an armored car regiment, but if you add a cavalry regiment, it only goes up 2. So it costs a lot more to do armored cars, but if you just pumped in a few cavalry, you'd be okay. But like I said, it seems to auto balance out because if your division template is smaller, then it'll just pump in more templates into said country automatically, which is pretty cool. So now you don't have to micro all the different occupation divisions. I really like that change that they made. It is a lot harder to steamroll, as we are finding out right now. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get to Barbarossa today. I think what we're going to have to do... I don't even know if I can hold this piece of land here. Like, look how many British forces they have. So what I'd like to do is end the stream here and line up for Barbarossa and possibly do that next. We're about to align Romania, so let's see if anything happens. Let's align Hungary as well. I don't think anything's going to happen. And yeah, these guys, I think, are through. They're all retreating, and this will be condensed into a pocket and dissolve. Hunter Cruz says use 20 width horses for suppression. Xenon Corbet says, just wondering, as I take France, Poland, England, then move through Africa and get invaded, and France, England gets liberated. So the occupation forces don't actually count as armed forces? Oh, I see what you're saying. So the suppression goes up enough to where they basically get liberated by resistance? Is that what you're asking, Xenon? I haven't had that happen to me. I've been able to raise this tab right here to get basically your anti-suppression forces greater. As Germany, you have another option because you can go Heinrich Himmler as well, which just basically lessens the amount of garrison damage. But yeah, you can always just beef up your garrison unit, and that would help, I'm sure. Some people were saying on Reddit that the best for garrison is 60 width to maximize the suppression status. I'm using 10 width without problems. I just think that they chunk in more. I think what would be better is if you used armored cars because the amount of suppression per division would go up, if that makes any sense. But look, if like it's even down to the decimal point here. Netherlands has 12.58. So if there's just not enough suppression, they just keep squeezing in more divisions. Yeah. And I don't even know if armored cars. It just seems like armored cars are so expensive. Um, I think with this build, what we needed was to just go like Barbarossa. So there is a build that we could try, but it would not be. It could we could make it into a mechanized Germany. So ignore the western half over here and leave France alone. You go Poland, and then we line up for Barbarossa. So you go Poland, rush Anschluss. You get Memel, rush Poland. The Allies don't come in, and then you wait for Barbarossa and get the mechs, and then attack then, and take out the Soviet Union. Then try the rest of the world. That's a strategy. You could also pick up Yugoslavia. I'm not sure if that triggers a war with the Allies or not. I haven't tested that out. But that's another build because this template that we created right here is going to do awesome on the Russian steppe. It's not going to do well in a low supply situation because the supply use is 1.8. So it's not going to be useful in a sea line situation unless you have like a 10 out of 10 port supporting it. But in terms of a Barbarossa, I think that the hardness is such that Tom's idea of like going half tracks would work. It's just with my speed runs, I can't get half tracks early enough. Like, I think Tom's onto something because they nerfed the heck out of half tracks. Not only is the Skoda 11, the max speed is 8, so it can't keep up with the Panzers. So you could potentially use them with medium troops, like medium tanks. But by then your hardness is enough anyway, so what does it matter? What we're looking for is a vehicle that can basically have hardness and then the production cost can be low enough to where we can get an advantage out of something here. So if we go over to the tanks and we had Panzer III, your production cost is 12, max speed is 8. I just feel like half tracks would be better than Panzer IIIs. If you want piercing, put support AT in the division template, you know? Xenon says, I never seem to be able to do Barbarossa. I follow guides, etc., but it never works. We're talking about a build that was infantry equipment only, which I want to get to eventually, probably in a YouTube video and not a live stream. But I've had that work exceptionally well. Are you rushing? Like you could do rush builds, rush Anschluss. Sasia 4, if you didn't finish UK, you'll need troops to protect France and your coast. The AI is doing naval invasion now. Yeah, exactly. So this is not what I'd want. Um, I think we'd probably have to start all over again. And it was displeasing to me that it wasn't as easy to just rush to Sedan when we're going up against France because the half track slowed us down. But I'm thinking in a Barbarossa situation, the speed wouldn't be as important, and we're not going through forest in the Ardennes. So basically, you'd be able to keep your speed up along the usual path that I take to make my encirclement is right through here, through Kiev, across this peninsula, all the way around. I don't know if this is the Bug River. This is the Don. I think this is the Boog. I'm not sure. But we go all the way around, and then we make the huge encirclement in the middle, like 80 divisions, and then just basically reset, get your panzers to Moscow, split off to Stalingrad and Leningrad, is what I do normally. So I think I'm going to sign off here. If there's any other questions, put them in the chat. Um, but thanks for hanging out with me, guys. It's been almost 3 hours in the stream here, so I'm just getting a little tired. Oh, 2 hours in the stream. But I think what we'll do is I'll try to live stream maybe sometime this weekend. I'll try to throw out a post the next time I live stream. You guys have great comments, and thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'm really liking live streaming. I don't know how people do this for like 6 hours, but like I said earlier, like I do work for 40 hours a week. I already worked for 8 hours today, and it was a quite tiring day and like not the best day. And I know one of you guys said that you didn't have the best day either, but it's fun hanging out with you guys. Night to you too, Xenon. I hope you have better luck with your builds. I don't know if you're playing Germany. You could check out one of my Germany builds, but that might help you out a bit. The game is a lot more difficult than it used to be, which I like. But largely the game was fairly easy, but now it's like people are just trying to do exploits to win, I guess. But yeah, you guys have a good night, and I'm going to end the stream now, and I'll try to stream more. Thanks a lot, guys. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.